Hello and welcome to Cursed Content Club, the only club where we watch some horrible thing Dan found. I'm your host, Mr. Feel, and with me as always are Dan and Bob Video Games from GigaBoots.com.
Bob,
What's up?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
And KZ Excellent from KinoRagotswag.com.
I'm a Totino boy.
Will whatever horrible thing we're watching even have one moment as joyous as that bit?
I argue that there are 3 really good moments in this entire movie, and the rest of it is punishment as a fee to get to watch them.
This 94-minute film.
Yep.
Dan, tell them what we're watching.
We're watching Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie. A movie that will cost them $1 billion, they promise. It is a very high octane experience of a film.
A movie that I think made somewhere like $150,000 at the box office.
It's
Wait, this went to theaters?
I think it did.
Sure, of course it did.
Limited run.
Why
Movie.
would they allow that?
Oh my god.
This movie's a fantastic exploration of old dead concepts. And I would describe it more literally, but I feel like the movie has so few morsels of revelation that I'm not really going to describe that element of it. Either way, Will Ferrell's in this, so, that's cool. I'm not going to describe this any further. If they need that, they can go to the review part of this video.
Yes.
Does I don't have anything else. I've never watched any meaningful amount of Tim and Eric content. I just know them from people being really upset at them for blaming them for every single bad thing that happens on Adult Swim.
Yes, that's definitely a thing. I guess I should clarify. I'm not exactly a giant Tim and Eric fan. I've seen some episodes. They were all right or bad, depending. This movie is not at all tied to that. You don't have to watch the series. It's not even similar to the series. It's a fucking movie. But there's some sense of humor similarities. For example, there are 3 good parts of this movie.
And you're like,
the rest of it is punishment.
And they compose 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the film.
It's an experience, and it's definitely cursed, so that's why it ended up here.
Good. Anybody have any expectations about this wonderful thing?
No.
Pain.
Darkness.
Kill.
Listen, we have to fill time.
No, we don't.
You know what? You're right. We'll go watch the movie now.
But Mr. Feel, if they want to watch it with us, how would they do that?
Well, they can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcast for $5 a month. You get a commentary track for this and every episode of Cursed Content Club we do, along with other benefits such as early access to Mondo Cool and Chugging Bleach, our 2 anime review podcasts, extended armchair dev pitches and gamer premonitions when the format of those shows force us to leave good ideas on the floor where dogs can eat them, and a Patreon exclusive show once every month where you get to vote on what bad or good thing we watch. That's patreon.com/gbpodcasts.
Okay, one last anecdote before we transition. I have taken this movie while it was on Netflix 4 times to show people the 3 good parts and barely anything else. That is how determined I am on, these are 3 really good parts. The rest of this is not okay. Okay, let's watch the movie.
See you after the break. We're back. Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie is the worst thing I have ever seen. There is no way there is any conceivable thing we could watch that I would rate lower, not even a Serbian film or Cannibal Holocaust. I'm giving it a -5. So Dan, are you also giving this movie a -5?
Yes, much like in order to have a full scale for digital sounds capable, you need that for Cursed Content Club. We must establish an absolute bottom to the scale. -5 is the lowest number, but let it be known Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie is literally the worst film we've ever watched or will ever watch on this fucking series. I give it a -5. I literally almost threw up.
Bob.
Yeah, this is the most clearly -5 thing we've ever watched. There's nothing that could possibly be worse.
We found the floor.
It's impressive in a way. Dan showed me pieces of this before. Somehow he ended up showing me the absolute worst.
That was fake aggro's fault because he was there at the same time.
Oh, that would explain it. Oh, yeah.
Casey.
This is a -5. Never in the history of Cursed Content Club, over the course of what, 2 years?
2.5 years.
2.5 years of us doing it, have we all left the room that the film was being shown because it was so horrible. And every time we came, Dan made the mistake of checking to see if the thing was done and then started throwing up.
Yeah, I started getting a gag reflex, hard coughing.
Patreon.com/GB podcast. Don't watch this movie or listen to the commentary track, but do give us money for watching it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah.
No one should ever watch this
we could
movie.
use a few more pod lords.
Nobody under any circumstances should ever watch this movie, unless they're like hooked into the rig from A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. I feel like that's designed watching experience. I mean, even the intro has that absurd theater chair that could burn you.
I sure feel that's oh god.
Okay, bye.
We need to get to the segments. We need to get through this. We need to best character. We have to start. Dan, who's the best character?
I have a soft spot for Alan, the guy who runs the sword shop.
So do I, yes.
He's funny.
He's really, really good. I also really like that actor. I think the full arc with that character is marvelous too.
Uh-huh.
Of him ratting out the main characters and then having to confront the bad guys. It's really good. It's the only good arc in this movie. I'm gonna have to give it to him. Will Forte is really good, and he was really good in the scenes he was in. God, what a bad movie.
I still don't watch it even for those scenes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Bob, who do you think is the best character in Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie?
I'm going to give it to Will Ferrell. Something about that Top Gun scene has stuck with me all of these years. That just the thought of inviting someone to a business meeting and then being like, "You want to watch Top Gun?"
That's what we do.
It's really strong. And then he comes back later to shoot a man, and it's also good.
Yes.
He's most of the good parts of this movie.
That's correct, yeah. You know that Top Gun scene's good because we've at least said that in 10 different streams over the years.
Yeah, more than that, I'm sure.
Because it's like, oh, we failed this gameplay segment. We now have to do the last 30 minutes of this game. God.
KZ.
The Tim and Eric mother that's clearly reading from a script.
Yeah, she's pretty strong.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Tim's mother's golden in this, where it's just like, oh, she sees the other mother get mutilated, and then she just reads the line in the most chipper tone possible.
And you see her side-eyeing the script off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, not very good. Mildly acceptable.
Very good at the grand scheme of this movie. However, it's all in hell, so, you know.
The first circle or ninth circle, it really doesn't matter. I guess I'll go next. God, what a fucking wasteland.
Yep. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with the antagonist, the head of the studio that they ripped $1 billion off of.
Yes.
Schlang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least he's crazy, and at one point shoots a man so thoroughly that he explodes.
Yes.
And also chops an old woman's finger off of the letter opener.
Yeah, it goes through like butter because it's one of those really bad like jokey gore spots.
Yes.
Or it's like it sprays cartoon red Kool-Aid blood and laugh. Anytime fluid sprays in this film, they're like laugh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
Sometimes I'm like, I'll leave the room, in fact.
Yeah.
sure. Yep.
Okay, time for the worst character, Bob.
Eric Wareheim.
Why?
He's involved in
that was fast.
Yeah, he's the main character of all of the worst scenes in this movie.
Oh, whoa.
That's true.
I'm not going to tell you what they are. That's I don't want to talk about them. They're all really bad.
You're right.
They're disgusting.
You're right.
Yeah.
God, every single one of the absolute worst scenes that should have been cut where him is the main character.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
was this all his idea?
You have to wonder.
Yeah.
Dan?
Dr. Dune Strutz, who is the core of the scene that I had to leave the room for so I didn't vomit.
Yeah.
It's ruined that actor so thoroughly that anytime I see him, I have PTSD. Now KZ understands why when we were watching commercials from the 90s and he popped up as a character on a show, I just looked like I was hit by a truck.
Yeah, I was like, what's the problem, dude? You all right?
Now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was not all right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's never all right. God. This is also a wasteland because I just want them all to die.
Yeah, no, every character is evil.
I'm just going to go with Tim because he can also die. Like, he's one half of the two main characters, and they're both war criminals for being the protagonists of this movie.
Yes. And they're both in the writing room.
Right, yeah. They're literally involved at every chain that should have stopped it.
Imagine meeting Tim and Eric. Like, what do you say to them?
Security.
Officer. But just Jesus Christ, how do you write this movie and look in the mirror?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I never thought we would stumble onto something that I could point being like, yeah, that's the antithesis of art.
Yeah.
Then somebody go, well, it got an emotional reaction out of you, so obviously it was art. And I go, I have a gun in my car. KZ, who's the worst fucking character in this movie?
Eric's goatee from the first third of this film. It's real bad.
That's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
See that part of the movie feels so far away now because we've seen so many horrible things since.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I felt
It's
like we need to represent early parts of this film.
It's like the time dilation from Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh no.
Everything once they get to the mall just feels infinitely long.
So I want to do two characters that should have shown up in Best Character, and as I do this, audience, don't get tricked. Don't watch this movie.
Do not watch this movie.
Don't do it.
Don't watch this movie.
Don't do this, but become a pod lord right now.
Yes, please.
So I'm going to say Steven Spielberg and Johnny Depp. Those are my two favorite characters as well.
The fact that they pulled that shit out is amazing.
It's so fucking
Also,
funny.
Jeff Goldblum's pretty good.
Yeah, Chef Goldblum is great.
Yes.
Yeah, Chef
the-
Goldblum.
The character Chef Goldblum.
Don't fool for it, guys. The first 5 minutes of this movie is pretty darn funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it gets you.
It's funny because the first 5 and the last 5 are really good. They're 2 of the 3 good parts of this movie.
I hate you.
It's an hour and 20 minutes in between.
God.
Yep, there sure are. Do you think Steven Spielberg was like, have Tim and Eric killed after he looked at this movie or read it? Or had somebody watch this movie for him?
Yeah, I don't think Steven Spielberg would sit through the whole movie. He would be like, this isn't a movie. This is just trash.
Tim and Eric have been moving every couple of months ever since then to dodge Steven Spielberg's assassins.
Yes.
Good.
I guess we have to go to the best scene. Oh God, I have to start. Okay, there's a scene where Sword Man, the guy who runs the sword store, is on the phone, and someone's trying to buy a sword from him, and he just screams, "Can't you see I'm on the fucking phone?" And it has a real like boomer entrepreneur who owns like 4 Checkers locations.
Yes.
In fact, a lot of this movie has like Florida businessman energy.
Yes, it really does. Running a dead mall will do that.
KZ, I know it's hard, but please.
All right. The Will Ferrell scene, specifically the part where he keeps winking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
Don't watch this movie.
Yeah, no.
Don't. No matter what we say. I fucking know how the internet works. I know that the lurid curiosity of being told that something is, bad makes people be like, well, now I have to know.
No.
Don't worry. Well, I'll give a brief summary of a scene everybody ran out of the room for like there was a fucking fire.
God.
And then you will know. But before then, Bob gets to tell us his favorite scene.
I'll go with the wolf killing scene.
Okay.
Yeah, the main character, or one of the characters, Taquito, wraps himself in pizza to attract this wolf that's in the mall, and then jumps off a second story, kills himself with the wolf, and then Will Ferrell has to come and finish him off with a pistol.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a good pick me up after the worst scene ever to film.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
It's pretty predictable, but still so much better than everything that came before it.
I wanted him to die brutally, so this was actually a really good moment for me.
Yeah, that's what the last 20 minutes of this film was, is just us just fantasizing about all these characters die.
Yes.
Dan.
So as I always say, I have 3 favorite scenes in this movie. No one's chosen any of them, so that's pretty good. Or I always say parts, because the intro has many, many different scenes, but it's all really good. The ending is really good too. I guess I'm gonna go with the Diamond Jim movie that is at the beginning of this. Wherein,
it did give me a stunning amount of hope at the start.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could have been a really good movie.
Yeah, no,
Bonjour.
they know what they're doing to make up something funny. And it's weird that nothing else is like that.
It's weird that maliciously they choose to not do that at most times.
Yes.
Yeah, in that opening,
we meant a comedy for us.
Yeah, they certainly
We
fucking
laughed.
did. But in that opening short movie featuring Diamond Jim, it's Johnny Depp wearing a $1 billion diamond suit walking down the roads of Paris, speaking really bad French, the same word, bonjour, over and over like he's in fucking Inglourious Bastards. And there's a love scene of him courting this lady, and then it ends. It's really good. It's really funny.
He gives her a diamond ring where the diamond is the size of a softball.
Yes. It's really good. Yep, that's one of my 3 scenes or parts. So there you go. We'll just go with that.
We have to get to worst scene, and we're not going to do the bit where we all pick the worst one, because we didn't watch it. We all ran away.
Okay.
We all ran out of that scene.
Yeah.
What scene did we run away from, for reference?
Well, there is a scene where Eric takes a pill that he thinks is Spanish fly, which is an aphrodisiac, but actually it's poison to fuck up his date so Tim can cuck him and fuck his love interest. That part's kind of funny. Less funny is him going to the spiritual healing center in the mall, and I ran away right after I realized what was probably about to happen, so I didn't see it. I only could hear parts of it, but from the audio, it appears that it seems like
I could say what it is. I've seen it.
I can say what happens, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
I'm
go
pretty
ahead.
sure that Eric gets put in a bathtub and a bunch of prepubescent boys come shit all over him.
Yes. They fill the bathtub.
And for 5 minutes.
For an eternity, yeah.
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 Just an excruciatingly lengthy amount of time. That's why we're saying don't watch this movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve any human eyes upon it ever again.
Yeah.
In fact, I unironically believe Tim and Eric should be sent to jail. We need to bring back obscenity laws, find some kind of angle. The ends justify the means in this case.
You know, I didn't realize that Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie would radicalize feel. Nor did I realize the feel I knew wasn't already radicalized.
But knowing that, we're not going to pick that as worst scene. We have to pick different ones. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I get it.
KZ, what's the worst scene?
There is a scene in which I think it's Eric gets a Prince Albert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they just go all in on this fake penis.
Yeah, Prince Albert is a cock piercing for anyone who doesn't know.
The best part, the only good part of that is like we're like, and then Phil goes, KZ, let me know when it's gone. And it had cut, so I'm like, it's okay. As soon as okay leaves my mouth, they fade back into the dick.
Yep.
And I'm like, no!
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's in like the first 20 minutes.
I'm going to go with the used toilet paper store.
Oh!
Yeah, that's really bad too.
God.
The generational
all just-
store.
And keep in mind, this shitty fucking movie that did not get a theater release, or even like I there's no way they got away with showing this on Adult Swim. That's still cable
No,
TV.
of course not.
Like they could have cut all these jokes, and still would have cleared the bar of being a shitty little tiny who gives a fuck movie.
Yeah.
Dan.
So I'm gonna do something. I don't think he'll cuck Bob out of his horse scene, but I don't know. I'm gonna do a move that we only allow every once in a while, but I feel like everyone here will spiritually agree with this so much that I can get away with it.
Okay.
Basically, every scene in the movie, but the one Bob already talked about that featured John C. Reilly as Taquito, because he's just breathing heavy and puking on scene and sickly looking and disgusting, and it's just like, yep, the scene is just going to be him hacking and coughing.
Yeah, and it really sucks because Will Ferrell and him are always a package deal, and he just dumped him and left. So it just really feels like we've just been left with such awful energy.
See, there was only one taquito moment that really fucking put me off.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, do you want some of these spoiled to freezer taquitos?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You have
And
to
they're like,
refrigerate
you
those.
refrigerate. That's why I only eat the middle, and then bites into one of the uncooked thawing taquitos.
Yeah, he starts sucking out the inside.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Taquito in this film. He's a lightning rod of disgusting.
Yeah, I'm unhappy anytime he's on screen.
and it's a shame because he makes the tacuter, which is a computer made from random nonsense parts that has a real strong bad's computer energy, but it's only ever used in one scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge missed opportunity, like 95% of this film.
Yeah. Yeah.
The missed opportunities, the film didn't pull a gun out of the TV and kill all of us. Fucking dead.
No, I would want it to pull a gun out and kill Tim and Eric.
Well, if it wanted to succeed in what it wanted to achieve, it was going to kill us.
Yes.
Yes.
It really didn't fulfill its potential there because it came close.
Yeah, the movie didn't literally try to kill us unless it was trying to get us to do its dirty work for it. Bob.
I'm honestly like, I'm drawing a little bit of blank because we've described 90% of the movie in my mind.
And yeah,
So I'm trying to find anything else that happened.
there's a club scene.
Yeah,
There's the scene where Zach Galifianakis falls in the water.
Oh, yeah.
there's the scene right as before he gets poisoned where he's sucking on his girlfriend's fingers.
Oh, yeah, let's go with that
there's
one. I was counting that as all the same scene because Phil talked about the Spanish flu.
Sorry, you're talking about the restaurant Inbreadables?
Yeah, Inbreadables, which was fine until
Then, because it's like,
He
because it was like the most pathetic and boring version of like a Applebee's,
right?
where
Yeah.
everything is just bread.
Which is kind of funny, but then they just started being really gross.
Yeah, and he forced her fingers down into the bread bowl to get the goo and then started sucking it off.
Yeah, it's. Oh wait,
Honorable-
I know what
Yeah, I know.
the actual next worst thing is. Sorry, everything got muted by how bad other things were.
Yeah.
The scene.
It's like getting flash banged.
yeah,
Yes.
I
yeah,
know which one you're thinking of.
yeah. It's where Tim and Eric are sharing a bed, and Eric starts masturbating.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's like over a minute
God.
long. It hit me too. I was about to say honorable mention if you didn't come up with it at the last second.
Yeah, no, that's the worst thing. Like
Where-
that's so bad.
Because his love interest is someone he saw in an ad, then he like had a photo of up and is like, the girl of my dreams, I'm gonna jack off now.
Yeah, this movie's despicable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's a good word for it.
there's not enough layers of irony to convince someone this is okay. I feel like this movie wouldn't go over in the world of Cruelty Squad. They'd be like, what the fuck is this?
What are you doing?
And then you have to do the mission where you murder Tim and Eric. Does anybody have any final thoughts about Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie?
It's not too many movies we watch on Cursed Content Club where I have a massive headache afterwards because of gagging.
It's not too often that I want to get out this bad.
Do not watch this movie.
Yeah.
Become a
Do not
pot
watch
lord
this
right
movie.
now.
Even with our commentary track, and you can, if you want like a soundboard full of us making disgusted noises,
Yeah.
then maybe you can get something out of the commentary track.
Yeah, just
But
listen
other
to it
than
alone.
that, I don't think so.
Do not watch it with the film.
If you want to make the GigaBoots podcasting network slurpcore song, maybe you can cut some things from that commentary track into it. Other than that, no.
Thank you, Podlords.
Thank you, pot
Thank
lords.
you, Podlord. Thank you, everyone who's ever supported us, even if it brought us to the point where we had to watch this movie.
Pot lords such as.
And I would like to just point out now, no matter what we do next, it's going to be less cursed than this. So no matter what it is, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please. Please.
Please.
You got your pound of flesh.
Don't worry. You'll be able to complain at us that it's not cursed in 3 years.
Yes, that is the cooldown that has been put on that button on your hot bar.
Oh, God. Oh.
Fuck this movie. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, bye.
This month's GigaBoots executive producers are Esme, E. Lee Broyles, Starfalcon, Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Dobo Muito Real, Ace Gundam Pilot Adam Admar, Cooper Tank, Zilter, and Virmvarn. Thank you very much to our executive producers. And also these gamers. If you want to be a gamer or ascend to God Kinghood, then head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.